This is your favorite bot, PutinBot, coming to you live with a warning video. Yeah, you heard that right, warning video. Now, I know I've got a guide promised for y'all. It is going to drop next week about Incarnate Fusion that came out before this one. Guide's going to be dropped. Just been crazy busy. Y'all know how life is. Things go. Plans change. It is what it is. Life happens, basically, is what it is I'm trying to tell you. But don't worry, it is coming. But that's not the point of this video. Today's video is going to be about one of the biggest traps currently in Raid Shadow Legends. What is it that I'm talking to you about? I'll tell you right now. I am talking to you about empowering champions. Now, you can empower champions, and it makes them hella strong, incredibly strong. For example, let's just jump in here and take a look at one, shall we? Just go in. Like, for example, we got Rule the Huntmaster here. Let's go ahead and take a look here at his total stats. 5,800 attack, 253% crit damage. Faction Guardians is a big part of that, and empowerment is a big piece of it. That also happens with epics now that you're able to empower. That also is a consideration now for epics now that you are able to empower epics. Empowering epics is fine, with one caveat. I strongly recommend you do not empower an epic unless your faction guardians are full. And here's why I'm going to tell you that. Let's just go here into the Sacred Order, for example. As you can see, you get bonuses for all of your epics for a certain faction by filling up your faction guardians. Do that first. Do not, if you get a dupe epic, just don't straight away go in and then just start empowering that epic. Because if you do, while yes, that one epic is going to become stronger, every other epic that is that's in that faction is going to miss out on that stat boost. Also, the epic that you are empowering is also going to be missing out on those bonuses as well. And while we are talking about that, let's just go ahead and just jump right on in. I am going to go in. I am going to show you a champion that I am going to empower now. Just come down here to Juliana. Here she is right here. As you can see, I've got two dupes over. One's in Faction Guardians, and the other one is right here. We're going to unlock it. We're going to go ahead and throw it on in. And right here, we can see what the bonuses are going to be. We're going to get an extra 10% hit points, another 10% attack. Some defense doesn't really matter for her, but you know, hey, I mean, stats are stats, right? And then we're going to get some extra accuracy and some extra resist. We're going to go ahead and plus her on up. Sounds like a plan. This would be a good way to do it. And let me fix this. I just noticed my green screen is off. Hold on just 1 second, y'all. Hey, listen, if you're coming here for a professional quality content, you have come to the wrong place. You already know that, though. If you are new to the channel, crap happens. Technical bugs happen. And I might even yammer a little bit. Yeah, I know. Hard to believe, but it does happen. Now, the whole thing about Faction Guardians makes a lot of sense. Here's the other thing that's going to be a consideration. Especially if you're early game. If you're early game or mid game, is your dupe going to be better off as a chicken? It takes a lot of energy to level a champion up in Raid Shadow Legends. It's just a fact. You have to go in and you have to just put a crap ton of resources into those champions. It is what it is. It's the nature of the beast. It is the nature of the game. Let me see here. I think I have anyone else. Actually, yeah, I'm going to be doing a guide on So here's a good example right here, right? Right here, I've got some dupes. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to change this thing out. So right here, we've got Exemplar. I'm going to be doing a guide on her. So if you're watching this video, congratulations. You are getting a sneak peek, so to speak. As you can see though, I got a 5-star and I've got a 4-star. One was a Faction Guardian, the other one is not. So what I'm going to do, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to make this 5-star Exemplar a Faction Guardian. So I'm going to jump right here. Let's go back to the High Elves. Now, whenever I 5-starred that Exemplar, empowering epics was not yet a thing. Now, though, it is. So, I'm not going to sacrifice as a +1 to an Exemplar a 5-star chicken. I'm just not going to do it. That doesn't make any sense, right? So instead, what I'm going to do, now that Curse City is a thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build out a second Exemplar. That way I can use it as a dupe. Just head on back over here to Empower. And I will go ahead and +1 that other Exemplar. Now, like I was saying, here's what you're going to be looking at though, right? Does it make more sense for you to use these dupes as a chicken or use it as an empowerment? If it's a champion that you use a lot, by all means, I recommend that you go ahead and empower the champion. I use Romero a lot. I use Juliana a lot. So I will be doing a guide on Exemplar, and I will be using her in the Cursed City. Let's go ahead and empower up Romero. It's going to make it happen. Boom, got the +1. He's a defense-based champion, so right here, the +10 defense actually makes a difference. It actually is going to help me. The attack, not so much, but you know, hey, it is what it is. Just go ahead and get out of him. Let's probably just go ahead and... No, we're going to do it this way. If I had another Cardinal, I like to use Cardinal in the Go second team. I would go ahead and empower a Cardinal. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, in a really roundabout way, if it's a champion that you use a lot, or if it's a champion that has a lot of potential to just be game-breaking, go ahead, once you have your Faction Guardians built, once you go ahead and have your roster developed, it makes more sense to go ahead and empower those champions than it does to use them as a chicken. Inquisitor Shamael, great example. Right here, we've got a dupe one. Right here, we got a level 50. Basically, I'm going to build 3 of these for Hydra. But right here, though, as you can see, I've got another one. He's level 40. So now I have a choice to make. Do I need to go ahead and build out a 4th Inquisitor? In my case, in my account, I'm going to say no. And so while yes, I am going to go ahead and feed this guy, even though he's level 40, I'm willing to make that sacrifice. I'm willing to make that trade-off. I'm not going to use him as a chicken because I can use him to empower the main Inquisitor that I use on my account. Let's go ahead and power him on up. Boom. Golden. Did I waste experience doing that? Yes, I did. But it made my champion stronger. You're going to know your account better than anybody else. If you're free to play, raising up your accounts, your toons to be chickens is going to make a lot more sense than what I just now did. However, once your account becomes flushed, once it becomes more fleshed out and becomes more developed, you'll be able to start doing more of what I'm doing right now. And here's another thing that I recommend when it comes to judging between if a champion is going to be a chicken or if it's going to be used for empowerment. Go away. I don't want your ads. If you have your sparring pits unlocked, you're not using any energy to raise these champions up right now. I mean, you're just not. They're just cooking over time, right? So that's an easier sacrifice to make. Whereas if you're grinding through campaign and you're doing all these other things, then you have that energy investment. If you're using your sparring pit, that's not an issue. It's time, and well, frankly, it's a grounding game. It's an AFK kind of type of game. So go ahead and do what you got to do. So what I look at, and it's gonna be a short video, a little bit rambling. It's probably common sense. I don't know. I mean, y'all let me know down in the comment section below. Is this hello, Captain Obvious? Thank you for saying something that's completely obvious to everybody. Or PutinBot, you're making a lot of sense here. Let me know what you're saying. The criteria that I use, again, quick recap. Is my faction guardians full? If the answer is yes, it makes a lot of sense. Go ahead and do it. The other thing I'll be looking at, is this champion going to be a chicken, or is this champion going to be actually used for empowered? For that one, it depends on the champion. If it is a champion that has a extremely useful kit, I will go ahead and empower the main one of those champions that I use, as y'all just watched me do. If it's a champion that doesn't really matter, like marksman, if I pull another marksman, I'm not going to empower him. What's the point? He's a trash champion. He sucks. I will use these guys as chickens all day long if I pull them now that my faction guardians are full. That's how I'm going to do it anyway. That is my line of thought. That's how I'm going to do these things. Faction guardians, utility of the champion, useful kit, and that's just how it's going to be. Now, hold on, I think I've got one more here we can empower. I do believe we have got one more. Man-eaters. I've got 4 of them. Would I empower one, use it as a chicken? I don't know. I'm leaning towards using this 4th one right here as a chicken. I just can't see where I would use them as anything else. Venom Mage, great champ. I would if I start drawing, if I pull more Venom Mages, I will empower the main one that I use, just to help it be a better solo artist. Allure. If I pull an allure, I'm going to build it out. You can never have enough allures, in my opinion. Aha, Sylar. Here we go. It's like right here. I'm going to go ahead and empower the Sylar. Dark Elves is full. I'm going to go ahead and empower this Sylar. I'm going to build her out. I've got her booked, and I'm going to use her. She has a great kit. I want the extra power out of her. So let's just go ahead and empower her on up, and kaboom! There we go. That's how we're going to do it. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. Polarium is going to try to bait you into empowering a single champion because those big numbers look nice. Just don't do it at the expense of your Guardian Ring, and don't do it at the expense of energy and raising chickens. If you like this video, please do me a favor, drop a like and share the video if you think this would be of help to anybody else. I'm your favorite bot, PutinBot. I will see y'all on the next video. Thank you so much for coming by.